Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my 3 talking points from Arsenal 0, Everton 1. Sounds good. It does sound good, I've got to say. Not a great game of football, let's be honest, but a big win for Everton in their quest to try and get European football next season for Carlo Ancelotti's men. I've already talked about the game on the Instant Match reaction. If you haven't had a chance, check that out. First of all, before I do my 3 talking points, I just want to mention the Arsenal fans' protest before the game, because I think it's really important that this is talked about and it doesn't go away. I know they want Stan Kroenke out and they know about their club much better than me. But the fact that a lot of football fans have come together this week, I think it's massively important. So people just need to keep doing it, because even if nothing happens, and I personally don't believe these billionaires care about whether fans protest, especially ones that don't live in North London, or Liverpool fans that do one at the weekend, they don't live in Liverpool or whatever. It's still important to register out your unrest and your disappointments. There's a fantastic banner that Arsenal took to the Emirates tonight. Brilliant one about the fact they moved the home and they followed them. They put the prices up and they still paid it, and all of this stuff. They backed them, and then they've sold the soul behind the back. I thought it was brilliant. So fair play to the Arsenal fans, and it just shows you when the fans can come together, people do have to take notice. But so just wanted to talk about that. Anyway, on to my 3 things. Let's begin. Number 1, the away form of Everton this season. 10 away wins now this season. We've won at Liverpool, Tottenham, Leicester, now Arsenal. Places that we don't do very well at. Certainly Liverpool and Arsenal. It's Arsenal. Ned, who's in the studio with us, the first time he's won in his lifetime. You know, 1996, ridiculous. Liverpool was 1999, ridiculous. And, Tottenham was 2008, I think, the last time he won there. So massively important to get these wins out the way at these grounds, so that there is no complex. And it'll be different next season when the fans are back, of course it will, but at least you go into it without any of that baggage of not winning there for 20, 30 years or whatever, because Everton should never have a record like that against anybody. First win at the Emirates tonight. Excellent. And that will be the key, won't it, moving forward? We're hopefully moving through better times back in this country now in terms of the pandemic. Hopefully we can all get back in the stadiums very soon. And it'll be about how Everton take their away form next season into grounds where it's hostile, where there is a lot of crowd. Because we have been really good away from home. We've got a way of playing, and we're good at digging in. And we have to be able to do that next season, but we also have to add the creativity to that as well. But the away form has to be mentioned. Absolutely brilliant. We've won 10 away games. I think we're 4th in the most away points taken in the league. So that's testament to the players. It's brilliant. Yes, the home form is horrific, but let's not talk about that today. Let's talk about that next week when we beat Villa. Moving on, second, the style of play moving forward, because let's be honest, mostly what we're watching is not very good. We should be playing better football. These players are not as bad as the style of football they are playing. And I'm not putting that on the manager or the coaching staff. I'm just putting it on the balance of the squad and the type of player we have. Marcel Brands has signed a new 3-year contract this week. Lots of people are made up with it. Lots of people are net about it, a bit middle of the road. What Marcel Brands has to do with Carlo Ancelotti moving forward is get Everton more athletic players in the squad. We have to be able to compete all over the pitch. We have to be able to break with the ball. We don't have a midfielder. Watch the game tonight. James Rodriguez, fantastic talent. Didn't play very well tonight, but he's been excellent. But he's always trying to do the right thing. But he can't sprint with the ball. Andre Gomez, nice in possession, but doesn't really hurt you. Doesn't go forward with it. Doesn't take you forward and split defences open with passes. It's terrible going the other way towards his goal. Is the defensive side of his game is non-existent. And we've got Alan, who is a good player and is a good terrier and breaks it all up. And he has got a forward pass in him, actually. But again, doesn't want to go there because he's got Gylfi Sigurdsson, who can't get up and down either. As technically good as Sigurdsson is, he's another one who can't get about the pitch. So the team is so lopsided. We got a 33-year-old right back that actually played quite well tonight. I thought Seamus, but can't bomb up and down. And so quite often we have this mix of players where certainly when Decore isn't there, where we're so slow in transition that when we do break, win the ball back and break on teams, by the time we actually work it into a position to pass it, the opposition are behind the ball. Certainly in the first half, me and Ned were talking on the watch along saying, when we're breaking, look at how many players Arsenal have got behind the ball, because we'd knock it in and players would just pass it between themselves without actually going forward. And by the time, when you win the ball, press high and win the ball, you've got to be able to spring the attack quickly while they're out of position. Once everybody gets set in position, it's passing footballing, and it's very difficult. Man City have shown if teams can sit in and put 11 men behind the ball, we did it against them a couple of times, they find it difficult, and they are fantastic, world-class footballers who've got mobility and can bang one in from 30 yards, or they can cut you open with a clever pass. We don't have that. So we certainly can't make it a walking game where everyone's marked and we'll pass through you, because we haven't got the ability to do it. So we really, moving forward, have to bring in those fast, athletic, mobile players so that we can spring a counter-attack on these teams and we catch them where they can't recover, because we're just not very good at it at the moment. And what it results in is us playing and giving poor performances. Yes, one thing we are good at is sticking to a game plan. I think we've done that really well under Ancelotti. But the other games, and when you look at the home games where we've needed to be able to spring these teams, we're unable to do it. So that, moving forward, the style of play and the type of player we bring in has to be fixed. Otherwise, we're not going to progress the way we want to. I don't think so anyway. And third and final thing to finish on, a positive, has been the form of Jordan Pickford. He was my man of the match tonight. He's come up big for us when we needed him tonight. Brilliant save from Ceballos late on. Brilliant save earlier from Ceballos, one we parried wide. He then made a fantastic save, which the referee blew the whistle. He pushed that away as well. I thought he was inactive for lots of parts of the game tonight, and then he come to life when he needed to, and that's what you need your goalkeeper to do. We know he's good with his feet. He seemed to be taking a little bit more care with his passing, which is good. And he seemed to be having less erratic moments, or less moments where he drifts out the game. Maybe it's the hair. Maybe the long hair brushed back has kept his focus. I don't know. But he's certainly been, since he come back for the derby, his form has been way, way better. Much calmer, much more collected. Seeing the sports psychologist certainly seems to have helped him. And if he stays at that level, then I think the need to replace him, need to get Everton a real top goalie, lessens somewhat in terms of priorities, is dropped right down the list, because he is a good goalkeeper. He's good with his feet. He's a good shot stopper. That's not to say we still shouldn't look, because of course you should. But when you're planning your team moving forward, you do have to have a list of priorities. And for me, a goalkeeper would be down near the bottom of the list, just because I think we're wide open in other areas. We need a right back who can get up and down. Max Aarons mentioned the game today. We need someone like that athleticism, but who's good in possession. We need a winger who can go 1v1 and really turn teams and get at them and get goals as well. We need the athletic midfield player, the one I've just talked about, the powerhouse who can knock people out the way, but also transition with the ball. And we need another striker who Dom, if isn't doing it, can come off, or whatever it may be, because it seems Josh King isn't what Everton are looking for. So they're the areas we need. But I just thought Jordan Pickford, excellent tonight. His form's been good, and hopefully he's at a good level now and he maintains this level, because if he does, like I said before, he's a good goalkeeper, and Everton will be better with him just being a consistent goalkeeper. If he gets to his top levels, then fantastic. But I thought he deserves praise tonight. He was my man of the match. Right, that's it. Everton have won at Arsenal. It's incredible. It wasn't a great game, but it's a great win. And that sometimes is more important. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. We are almost at 50,000 and we would love you to be one of our subscribers. Thanks for watching. See you later.